Good morning to all. This video class for class 7 subject science chapter number 13 and that is motion and speed, isn't it? Motion and time. This is the part 3rd of this chapter. Already in 2 previous video lecture we have discussed about it. Today we will discuss some more topics of this chapter. Before going to start the session, let's we'll start with the short slow. Join your hands, close your eyes. वक्रतुंड महाकाव्य सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देवा सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा. Once again, a warm good morning to all. So let's start the topic, that is motion and time. So today's our topic is measuring speed. In previous video lecture we have already discussed about the types of motions. Under that we have talked about linear motion, circular motion, vibrational motion. Then under the vibration motion and oscillatory motion was also there, periodic motion was also there, isn't it? And then we have discussed about the speed. What is the formula of the speed? That was distance upon time. Later on at the end of the session we will again discuss about the different formulas of speed and time. So today's next topic, that is measuring speed. How could you able to measure the speed? To understand this topic we have to perform an activity. What we have exactly to do? We have to draw a line, right? What we have to try, as you are able to see here in this figure, there is a line is drawn on the ground with the chalk or line as you are convenient, and ask one of your friend to stand 1 to 2 meter away. Fine, as it is seen in the figure, the boy is sitting at the distance of 1 or 2 meters away, right? Now let your friend gently roll a ball along the ground in a direction perpendicular to the line. Line के perpendicular में हमें ball को throw करना है. You have to ask your friend to throw the ball in a perpendicular line to the middle line. Now note the time, the moment the ball crosses the line, and also when it come to the race. Now what you have to note down? Your friend have to note down the ball, what time, what distance it is completing, and when it will comes in the position of race. That means कुछ move करने के बाद वो जाके एक जगह stop हो जाता है ना. Generally the thing we have noticed. So how much time does the ball take to come to rest, isn't it? कितनी देर के बाद वो रेस्ट वाली पोजीशन में आता है. ऐसे सेम ये एक्टिविटी हमें 2 to 3 times by different with the help of different persons we have to follow it, isn't it? And then we can measure the speed. Okay, we can measure the speed. You may now like to compare your speed of walking or cycling also. Just now we took the activity, we done the activity with the help of ball, but the activity you can repeat. If you want to measure the speed, you can take the help of your friend for walking or cycling purpose also. You need to know the distance of your school from the home. From home to the school, isn't it? So each one you can then measure the time taken to cover the distance, and lastly we have to calculate the speed. So by this way we can measure the speed, and by this way you can understand that which one is the among us from your all friends, who is the fastest one also, isn't it? Next thing, the smallest time interval that can be measured with commonly available clock and watches, that we know है ना. वॉच के हेल्प से हम smallest time interval को मेजर में कर सकते हैं. But have you ever heard about the term about the microsecond and nanosecond? The thing we know that second is the smallest unit of टाइम. बट स्मॉलेस्ट यूनिट जो सेकेंड है उस सेकेंड का भी स्मॉल यूनिट होता है, दैट इज माइक्रो सेकेंड एंड नैनो सेकेंड. This is not in your course, though you must have the knowledge about that the term like microsecond and nanosecond. So microsecond is always equals to 1 million of second. Okay, 1 million of second किसके इक्वल होते हैं? माइक्रोसेकेंड के. ओके, and if we talk about nanosecond is 1 billion of second. that means micro means million, micro से million वर्ड यूज़ कर लेने का हमें, और नैनो से बिलियन को ऐड कर देना है. एम फॉर माइक्रो, एम फॉर मिलियन. सो 1 माइक्रो सेकेंड में 1 मिलियन सेकेंड होते हैं और 1 नैनो सेकेंड में 1 बिलियन सेकेंड्स होते हैं. दिस इज द फैक्ट अबाउट द टॉपिक. सो clocks that measure such small time intervals are used for scientific research. This type of time, the person by used, that is scientific, for scientific research or for used by the scientist persons, isn't it? So जनरली माइक्रो सेकेंड और नैनो सेकेंड हमारे रूटीन लैंग्वेज में हमें टाइम इंटरवल मेजरमेंट के लिए यूज़ नहीं होता. हमारे लिए टाइम मेजरमेंट का स्मॉलेस्ट यूनिट दैट इज काउंटेड एज सेकेंड ओनली. And second thing, the time measuring device is used in sports also. Sports can measure the time interval that are 1/10 or 1/100 or 1 second, isn't it? Next, this is the some simple devices which ancient time used, है ना? Ancient time measuring devices. These are the devices. See, this is the sundial at Jantar Mantar, Delhi. This is the sundial at Jantar Mantar, Delhi, है ना? ये ऐसा मोन्यूमेंट है, ऐसा प्लेस है जहाँ पे टाइम मेजरिंग इसके थ्रू किया जाता था. These are the devices like sand clock, then water clock. About these type of clocks we have already learnt in junior classes. So you may like to compare. So you may like to compare that what time is taken by particular devices by performing this type of activity or by making the models of this type of devices, isn't it? Now moving further, the next topic of this chapter, that is you might have seen a meter, है ना? The topic is related dashboard of a car, or we are talking about speedometer. Speedometer, okay, and then we will talk about odometer. So what is a speedometer? You might have seen a meter fitted on top of a scooter, है ना? वो स्कूटर, मोटरसाइकिल, मोटर बाइक और योर एक्टिवा एंड ऑल, isn't it? So वो मीटर क्या होता है, कभी आपने सोचा? Meters can be seen on the dashboard of cars, buses and other vehicles also, right? So note that one of the meter has kilometer per hour. एक मीटर पे लिखा होता है किलोमीटर पर हार, right? So that written at the one corner पे ये साइड में लिखा होता है. दिस इज कॉल्ड स्पीडोमीटर. दिस इज कॉल्ड स्पीडोमीटर, जो हमें स्पीड बताता है कि पर हार में कितने किलोमीटर हमारी कार या हमारे कार, बसेस, जो हैवी ट्रक्स होते हैं ना, हैवी व्हीकल्स, जनरली उसमें इस टाइप का स्पीडोमीटर होता है ना, जो हमें बताते हैं पर एक कार में कितने किलोमीटर हमारा व्हीकल चला. सो दैट पर्टिकुलर बोर्ड इज नोन एज स्पीडोमीटर, राइट? एंड देन वन अनदर टाइप ऑफ बोर्ड इज सीन. देयर इज अनदर मीटर दैट मेजर्स द डिस्टेंस मूव्ड बाय द व्हीकल्स. अभी तक कितना डिस्टेंस मूव कर चुका है हमारा व्हीकल, राइट? द डिस्टेंस that measures the distance moved by the vehicle, means हमारा व्हीकल अब तक कितने किलोमीटर्स रन कर चुका है. दैट मीटर इज नोन एज ओडोमीटर. सच टाइप ऑफ मीटर इज जनरली यूज्ड इन ऑल टाइप्स ऑफ vehicles, isn't it? एक्टिवा, बाइक, स्कूटी, कार, इन सारे में ये ओडोमीटर होता है जिसके थ्रू में पता चलता है कि हमारा व्हीकल कितने किलोमीटर रन कर चुका है. सो जनरली देयर आर 2 टाइप्स ऑफ meters are seen in the vehicles, that is speedometer and odometer. Okay, and both are the devices by which we can use by which we can measure the speed also. While going for a school picnic, we have to read the odometer of the bus after every 30 minutes कि कितना 30 minutes के बाद हम मेजर कर सकते हैं कि अभी अब तक सपोज हमारा ओडोमीटर में 5430 था. अब हम जैसे घर से अपने होम से स्कूल तक जा रहे हैं, देन वी कैन ऑल्सो सपोज वो 2 मीटर अवे है हमारा स्कूल. सो नाउ योर ओडोमीटर विल से द मेजरमेंट 5432. when you reach the school it will say that 30 से इंक्रीज हो गया 32 हो गया. दैट मीन्स आपके होम से लेके स्कूल तक का डिस्टेंस है 2 किलोमीटर. क्लियर? सो दिस इज हाउ व्हाट अबाउट odometer and speedometer. The next topic of this chapter, that is graph, distance time graph. So about this topic we have learnt in 5th, 6th, 7th standard also about the graph in maths. In mathematics we have learnt about how to make graph, what are the uses of graph, and for how graph is helpful. Bar graph is helpful to show the different ऑब्जेक्ट्स, टू शो द डिफरेंट टाइम पीरियड भी कितने टाइम पीरियड में आपने कितना पर्टिकुलर ऑब्जेक्ट को यूज़ किया, इजंट इट? सो हियर वी आर टॉकिंग दैट व्हाट इज advantages of graph. First we have to understand what is the graph. A graph is used to study the relation between two interdependent physical quantities, right? What is the use of graph? Graph is used to study the relation between the two interdependent physical quantities. So here we can say this, see here what are the two physical quantities, that is overs and runs. अब overs और runs के बीच में क्या relation है, क्या interdependent physical relation है, that we have to mention through the graph. The graph show how one quantity varies from other. See, by this we can say that how overs 1 में different है, 2 का different है, 3 का different है. That means all are on different ages. It will be varies from each other. The quantity that is made to alter at will is called interdependent varies, and other quantity which varies as a result of this change is known as dependent varies. Okay, one could be said as interdependent and another could be said like dependent varies. The graph may be straight or curved line. Here our graph is straight, right? As it is shown, it is in straight. But in second type of graph we will talk about curved line graph is also there. So what are the advantages of graph? Like, so we can say the interdependent of two variables. The interdependent of two variables can be established easily. If the graph is a straight line, it indicates direct proportionally between the varies, right? The mean value of the ratio of two variables can be accurately obtained without reasons mathematical calculation. Okay, and third thing, it is easy to find the variation of observed values from the mean value without lengthy numerical computation. The next topic of this related graph, that is there are different types of graph. In first figure you are able to see that the graph is related, it is bar graph, right? Straight. Okay, in second graph we can say it is known as pie chart. It is known as pie chart. The graph graphical representation called pie chart. And in third type of chart we can say it is curved chart, or we can say it is the example of line graph. Fine. This one is bar graph, pie chart, and this is line graph. These are the three different types of graph by which we can show the dependent and interdependent physical quantities. See, here are few questions. By these type of question you can understand how bar graph is working. See, in this question it is written car is moving with a constant speed. If the car is moving in constant speed, the bar graph should be like this way. This is the speed of car and it is moving in constant. It means that is the way to by which we can show the distance covered by the car in constant speed. And in second figure, how it is given, a car parked on roadside. If it is written roadside, so this way by the graph we can show the distance और time के बीच में relation उनका क्या है car का. So this way we can say show the car parked on roadside, and by this way we can show the car constant in speed. See, here what is written, the distance time graph for the motion of two vehicles. Now here in this figure there are two vehicles are in motion, A and B vehicles. Suppose this is the one car, this B is the another car. Which one is moving faster? How could you understand which one is the faster? Obvious, car A will be faster because it is in constant motion, right? Comparatively B, it will be in A in the motion. A is moving faster comparatively B. In question 13, four diagram are given, four bar graph are given related with distance and time only. Now what we have to show, the trucks moving with the speed which is not constant. By observing for these graph, we have to mention, we have to show that what is the distance and time taken by the truck, which car is not constant speed, जिसकी कौन सा ट्रक का स्पीड नॉट कांस्टेंट है, मतलब स्लो फास्ट ऐसे चल के कर रहा है. सी, कौन सा कार का हो सकता है, विच ट्रक शुड बी, सी दिस इज वन कांस्टेंट पोजीशन, दिस इज ऑल्सो इन स्ट्रेट कांस्टेंट पोजीशन, दिस इज ऑल्सो इन साइड कांस्टेंट पोजीशन, दिस इज नॉट इन कांस्टेंट पोजीशन. Fine. So our answer must be this one, car C. This is A, B, C and D. So our answer must be car C is not in constant speed, right? In these three types you can observe properly. In these three types car is moving constantly, क्योंकि एकदम straight road जा रहा है, या तो क्रॉस में जा रहा है या साइड में जा रहा है या एकदम straight जा रहा है. बट इन कार C, ट्रक C टाइप ऑफ ट्रक इन दिस मोशन उनको कांस्टेंट नहीं मूव कर सकती, क्योंकि यहाँ पे आके कर्व हो रहा है, उसको बैंड मोड़ना पड़ रहा है, और जब जैसे ही उसको बैंड होना पड़ेगा ऑब्वियसली उस ट्रक को अपना स्पीड कम करना पड़ेगा. दैट मीन्स दिस टाइप ऑफ ट्रक विल बी नॉट कांस्टेंट. So hope so you all have understood. We have completed this chapter. In next video lecture we will discuss about the objective type question answer, then we will move for subjective question answer. Till that, take care, goodbye.